Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and help me grow my channel. To those who are new here, I'm Penny. I'm a registered nurse. I live and work in Australia, and I also have a passion for farming. Today we'll be talking about relocating to Zambia from the diaspora. Last year, around April, my son and I took a trip to a second farm in Rufonsa, Zambia, for the first time. Yeah. As someone living in the diaspora, moments like these always feel special. Although we already have a developed farm back home and we visit Zambia whenever we get a chance, this trip felt very different. It felt more intentional. For years, relocating back home has been something I've quietly contemplated, thinking about the kind of life I truly want for myself and my family. And this visit made those thoughts feel even more real. Life in the diaspora versus home. So, when you live abroad for many years, you slowly build a life there. Routines, work, responsibilities, comfort. But no matter how settled you become, home never really leaves your heart. Every trip back to Zambia reminds me of the things I miss: the slower pace of life, the connection to land, family, community, and that feeling of belonging. Over time, I started realizing that success is not only about working hard abroad, sometimes it's also about building something meaningful back home. Why this trip was different. So, this wasn't just another visit home. This was our first time visiting our second farm in Rufunsa, and I was excited to finally see it with my own eyes. The drive there gave so much time to reflect. I kept thinking about how far we have come as a family, from dreaming about investing back home to actually owning land and slowly building a future in Zambia. It reminded me that every small step matters the most. When we finally arrived, I felt a mix of excitement, peace, and gratitude. Seeing the land in person made everything feel more real. There's something about standing on your own land that humbles you. To start imagining possibilities, future plans, and what this place could become over time. Rufunsa is so peaceful and quiet, a complete contrast to busy life abroad. So moments like these make you appreciate simplicity. And why taking my son with me was special. One of the most important things for me is making sure my son stays connected to his roots. I want him to grow up understanding where he comes from and appreciating the value of home, culture, and family. Watching him experience the farm, explore the land, and enjoy nature reminded me why building back home matters so much. Sometimes we work so hard in the diaspora that we forget what we are truly working toward. For me, part of it is creating something that lasts beyond us. Then there's the reality of relocating. Relocating from the diaspora is something many people talk about, but it's not always an easy decision. There's comfort in the life you have built abroad, but there's also a pull toward home. For years, I've gone back and forth in my mind. Will I adjust? Would I miss the lifestyle abroad? Would relocating actually bring the peace and fulfillment I imagined? These are real thoughts of many of us in the diaspora. But I think the more time I spend back home, the more I realize that peace, purpose, and quality of life mean different things to different people. Our dream has never been about owning land. It's about building a future, creating stability, staying connected to home, and giving the next generation something meaningful. So we already have one developed farm, and now seeing the second farm in Rapunzel makes me excited for what the future could look like. Everything takes time, patience, and planning, but every visit reminds me that the vision is slowly coming together. This trip may have looked like a simple farm visit, but for me, it represented so much more. It represented growth, reflection, gratitude, and the possibility of one day relocating back home after many years abroad. I still don't have everything figured out, but I'm learning that life doesn't always need to be rushed. Sometimes you take things one step at a time, one visit at a time, one dream at a time. If you have reached this far, thank you for coming along on this journey with us. And if you're also part of the diaspora, thinking about investing and relocating back home one day, just know that you're not alone. Please continue watching all the way to the end and enjoy the views. You know, the realities of relocating back home can be scary. One thing I've learned is that relocating from the diaspora is not as simple as social media makes it look. There's excitement, yes, but there's also fear, uncertainty, financial planning, there's sacrifice, and a lot of adjusting mentally. You start questioning comfort, stability, routines, and even your identity sometimes. But I also believe that growth often begins when we step aside what feels familiar. This journey is teaching me patience and faith. My vision is not just about moving back home, it's about creating a meaningful life, a balanced life, a life closer to nature, purpose, and family. I dream of developing this farm step by step, maybe farming or something else, maybe building Maybe creating a peaceful home away from the noise. You know, the town noise. Yeah, but right now, I'm still figuring things out. Every journey starts with one step, and this trip was one of mine. My trip to Rufunsa may have looked simple on the outside, but for me it represented years of contemplation, prayer, dreaming, and hoping. Sometimes the dreams that scare us the most are the ones worth pursuing. I don't know what exactly the future will look like, yet I'm grateful that I finally started. The views in this place are truly, truly magical. As you can see, the hills there, they're so beautiful. You know, the video doesn't even do it any justice. It is such a beautiful place, and I love it so much. If you have reached this far, remember that home has a way of calling you back even after many, many years. So maybe this trip wasn't just about visiting land. Maybe it was the beginning of a new chapter. On our way back, we passed through Chinunyu Hot Springs. So this water you're seeing here is actually boiling hot. You can't see the steam or the smoke from it, but it's actually hot. Hot, hot, boiling hot. This is like a monument, a national, what do you call it? Like a national monument place or something. There's my son trying to be naughty and put his finger because he didn't believe that the water was hot. But he was safe, he didn't get any injuries. I made sure he didn't dip his finger in the water.